So I just want to give a big congratulations to one of my biggest fans, Mr. Psycho Sid himself, Dennis. I'll give you some tips on how to be great like me. We can start with your grooming, your shower regimen, how you gotta step out and get some sun. Actually, you look a little pale in the face, but
when he cut that weak ass promo in the shower, washing his back. Oh yeah, that's right. You were the one washing Brett Laval's back in the shower because you're his girlfriend. I know all about you and him. Man, look, I ain't gonna judge. I'm not one to judge. What you guys want to do on your own business is your own business. But I'm going to tell you this right here. I don't know what kind of real estate agent or whatever company you come from, but I ain't trying to buy a house. I'm trying to put you directly into the darkness, and that's exactly what's going on.
Match. I got back to them, let them know I wasn't even aware I was in a promo match. The way it was presented to me, I was doing a favor to Dennis to actually help him raise money for his health. Look at the man, he's sickly. So then I went off the checklist. I went in to see the actual rules of the match, and it looks like he broke a couple of them. So if I can go ahead and start listing them off. Number one, foul language. No, not that he cursed or that he was using profanity. It's the way his mannerisms are and the way he speaks is just foul. That's got to count for something. Number two, he brought up my career. He said I'm a real estate agent. Yes, I do that part-time, but I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a philanthropist. I make moves. I gain a lot of money. So for him to mention that, he's wrong. So he shouldn't have brought that up. Number three, I believe that he just looks horrible. Look at what the screen behind him looked like. That green screen quality was garbage. That's got to count for something. Congratulations, ALW. Look at me. Put a smile on my face. You got me on the screen. Thank you. Thank you. But you put me against Gary Gotham. What is your issue? What do you got against me, Diego Diamond? I made a video, an email sent to you to describe how I was cheated out of a match against Psycho D. But first, my opponent tonight. See, Gary G, I don't know what to really say about you. You're just this unique individual that is horrible at this thing we call promo matches. I've seen you in person and clearly you suck. I thought you were taller in person, but you're shorter. I thought you were skinnier. I thought it was just the camera adding 10 pounds, but no, it actually reduced 10 pounds because you're much larger in life. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, come out here against me. I got 5 Gs like I'm John Cena, and you can't see me, and powerbomb something or another. Good, congratulations. Okay, anyway, next, AOW. Against me, what is it? What's the beef? I follow the rules. I compete. Unlike Dennis, who decided to talk about my career, he used foul language. I'll take every opportunity to come out here, but you know what? I'm not going to go one-on-one with AOW. I'm going to use the fans of AOW to compete, to help revoke that loss. I'm starting a petition. That loss shouldn't count against me. It should be against Dennis on technicality that he didn't follow the rules. AOW has a certain rules that we promo artists must follow, and he did not follow any of it. So when you see on Facebook that there's a petition I need you to sign, say yes, we need to revoke that loss. Now I see there's another title coming up, and look at these pearly whites. They need gold. I need a championship, and so I'm putting myself in that competition. It's a United Nations Championship, which I'm gonna use to unite us all under one championship. Now you got other people like a guy that lives in the basement, another one that drinks too much. They're your elite champion. Whatever. I'm not there yet. They didn't put me against those guys because clearly they're afraid that I might win. Look, they got me against Gary Gotham. What's their issue? Barrett, he's doing an okay job. Like the guy. We do well business pretty well together, but he's trying. Just put it that way. So United Nations, here I come. Gary, best of luck to you at unemployment line. Go join Sean Stone and other cripplers and whatever. Just get out of here. This is Diego Diamond signing off, I guess. Remember, when you see that petition, sign it. I need your help to get that loss and get me up to the championship title. I will get my way. AOW, this is war. Jay Vega, you have my number. See what you could do. Signing off.
PPF. Oh, sorry. AOW. Haha. I'm back. And AOW. I can't see. There goes. Oof. I'm back. And AOW decides to give me an intermediate championship match. That's right. That's right, Diego Laveau. I am up to your antics. You like to run the clock out. You know, because it was like, if you pass a minute and 30 seconds, you get like the time runs out, right? In the 2K. Is that what it is? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You're gonna get me with that, pal. That's right. Because Gary got him. I don't know, I can't tell time. Can you help me out here? I can't tell. I just realized this. If I'm gonna be careful not to go over a minute 30, then I need help not going over a minute 30 against Diego Laveau. Because otherwise, my intermediate championship hopes are done. What? I just surpassed a minute 30. What do you mean? Jesus Christ. There goes my shot. What? He's not intermediate champion? Who the hell is this guy? I don't want to fight for real estate. Actually, you know what? What is his name? Diego Diamond. If you're listening, you know, if you have places for rent, you know, $200-300 a month, maybe a little studio, could really use your help. Hit me up. Give me a chance. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have to drop the 5 G's on you, buddy. That's right. Because tonight, you're going down to the 5 G's. Gary, you got him. It's gonna get you got. See ya.
Carolina Crusher here, and one half of the very best tag team in the arts of wrestling. And that is the Carolina Boys.
We're sending out an open invitation challenge to anybody that wants to step up and go against the best tag team here in AOW, and I'm talking about the Carolina Boys. So you might as well just go ahead and get yourself together, get your partner rallied up, and let's get it done. So we can.
You know, I came to the AOW because I wanted to make a statement. I came here to the AOW to challenge the absolute best that this organization has to offer. So what did I do? I called out Madman Joe, and he accepted. But you see, sometimes when you ask for things, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to work out the way that you want them to. Because when I first stepped inside of the ring with Madman Joe, he left me laying on my back and pinned me 1, 2, 3. But that's okay, because I believe in redemption. Match number 2 was a Falls Count Anywhere match. Anything goes. The Bishop Devontae D versus Madman Joe. And in our second match, I got the 1, 2, 3 on Madman Joe when I hit him with the Book of Bishop through a table. And so then it was on to our next match. And now we are here. Madman Joe and I went at it in a last man standing match. 2 alpha males enter the jungle. Only one plans on walking out. But you see, unfortunately, things don't always go as they plan, because neither one of us could answer the 10 count. So Madman Joe, I'd like to say to you, brother, you pushed me to my limit, and I pushed you to yours, so you have earned my respect. You are indeed a top guy in the AOW. And so, Madman Joe, what I want to know is, how do you feel about teaming up with the Bishop of Beast Mode? Because I've been hearing a certain tag team that calls themselves the Carolina Boys running their trap. So what do you say me and you team up and we show them just what we can do? So Madman, what say you?
Ladies and gentlemen of the arts of wrestling, over the past few weeks, Madman Joe and the Bishop have been battling each other. See, the Bishop came to Arts of Wrestling, thought he was big and bad. But our first encounter, I stopped the Bishop in his tracks, single-handedly, on my own. Then, he issued a challenge to a Falls Count Anywhere match. That match, I gave him everything I had, using my own hands. I never picked up a single weapon, but he got the pin over me by using Blair. Well, that's okay. I issued out the challenge to the Bishop, to last man standing, to where we will find out who the bigger, the badder man is. And we found out exactly who the bigger, the badder man was. Neither one of us answered to the referee's 10 count. So Bishop Devontae D, I hope you understand why they call me Madman Joe. I superplexed you from the top rope to the concrete floor. Now I did that to you, a man that I barely know, that a man that has just got underneath my skin and thinks he's just better than me. Well, no, that did not happen. But one thing is for sure, Bishop, is you took everything I gave you, and I took everything you gave me. But there's one thing that I did earn out of that last man standing match, and that is your respect. And I respect you as a competitor because I beat your holy ass. So Bishop, I extend my hand in respects to you. So Bishop, me or you were neither the bigger man. But if I ever need a tag team partner to have my back and to put me through a war like you did in the last man standing match, Bishop, it would be an honor to have you stand behind me and watch my back as Madman Joe, the Bishop, Devontae D, the Prophets of Madness. Bishop, you know where to find me. Offers on the table.
An exact description was, "We have a bulletin just received. According to a report not yet confirmed, a beast of seemingly gigantic proportions has been sighted lurking in the hills due northeast of town. City officials have called for military help. Planes and troops are expected to arrive within the next 2 hours. Meanwhile, citizens should take refuge in places of safety, cellars, bomb shelters, as directed by civil defense.
So I've been looking around at your women's division, and well, we really need to address something here. You don't have to be in the dark to cut a promo. I know you're probably more hideous than the Beast, but turn on a light. I'm sorry you can't all look like the goddess. We don't expect you to, but turn on a light and cut a decent promo.
Nobody looks that good.
I know this. But speaking of no competition, you have this Slim Trimmins running around here with a box of Twinkies. And whoever his partner is going up against you.
Lewis.
Oh, not him again.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, they just need to give you the win now.
Yeah.
Because Blue's Clues, you beat him one time and pretty sure that was a technicality.
No, it hasn't been one time. It's been about 5, or did I need to use 2 hands? It's gonna be awesome. Much like my partner, Mr. Awesome himself. stomped out as we give you a preview of what's going to happen to you both tomorrow. When my partner, Mr. Awesome, faces you, you Richard Simmons knockoff, one-on-one, and I stomp you out for the 8th time, Coach Carter. Get ready, because we're coming to welcome you into awesome outlaw country.
Arts of Wrestling, AOW. It is the night before the 4th. And I just so happen to be in a tag team match, tagging up with the outlaw himself, Ace Dalton, against my opponent for Independence Day, Mr. Thin, Slim Shady, Trim. I don't even know his name. That's how relevant you are to a guy like me, Mr. Trimmins. I don't even know who you are. I was more than happy to tag with you. The couple promos I've seen from you, I was more than happy to tag with you. But I made it very clear, and I'll make it even clearer now. A guy like you is not going to be the reason that a guy like me doesn't make it to the top. So tonight, in front of the world, as I team up with Mr. Dalton against the rough draft, Coach Carter III. You are about to see why I am Mr. AWESOME and why everybody else in the locker room, even my partner, ain't. Stay awesome! AOW, because everybody knows. Everybody knows that I will.
Shogun 2K, the Arts of Wrestling, has decided to put me in a tag team match against that sick, obese slob that runs his mouth all the time, expecting that he deserves more in the Arts of Wrestling, Mr. Awesome, along with his obese, fat slob of a partner, Ace Dalton. You know, yeah, I don't have no problem wrestling you guys in a tag match, but the worst part is you put me up against, in a tag match, my partner, an even fatter slob by the name of Blue Print. You know, Blue Print, I'm not your buddy, and I'm not your pal, okay? Let's get that straight. You see, after we are victorious, after Shogun 2K, don't come and expect me to give you any kind of Twinkies or Diet Coke, because it's not happening. I agreed to this tag match only for one reason, and one reason only, and that's because of you, Mr. Awesome. You know, because you and I have a one-on-one confrontation at Independence Day, and I want to prove to you, and you only, that you are messing with a beast. You don't know what you got yourself into on Independence Day this July 4th, because let me tell you something, Mr. Awesome, I will cut the fat right off of you at Shogun 2K tonight, and I'm going to cut you down to size even more at Independence Day. Twinkie power.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to take this time to bless you with my presence and introduce myself. I go by the name of Lorraine Carter, the blueprint of this entire business it is that we do. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight you have a hell of a tag team match. You have myself teaming up with Slim Trimmins to tag up and go against Mr. Awesome and Ace Dalton. Ace Dalton, the #1 contendership for the Intermediate Championship, is on the line when you and I do battle at Independence Day. But what do you say? What do you say? I'm pleading with you and I'm begging with you. What do you say? You and I give this crowd something to get hype about our match at Independence Day. What do you say? You and I go ahead and give them just a little sample, a little appetizer of the things that you and I are going to do to each other at Independence Day. Slim Trimmins, Mr. Awesome, I mean, no disrespect to you. But this match, nobody cares about you two in this match. The only thing they're caring about is what the hell Ace Dalton and Lorraine Carter are going to do to each other. And we are going to go to war. But remember, this is just a little appetizer. This is just a little appetizer. Go ahead and get your feet wet. The biggest issue that Ace Dalton has with the Blueprint is that the Blueprint came into the arts of wrestling and just like that took it by storm. But he is still dependent on the weather to brighten up his day. Once I get that tag in, and Slim Trimmins does whatever it is he wants to do to Mr. Awesome, and you tag in Ace Dalton, there are going to be punches, there are going to be kicks, there are going to be screams, the crowd is going to be on their feet, they're going to be clapping, they're going to get a "This is Awesome" chant because it is. No pun intended, Mr. Awesome, there. I'm not talking about you. Spear. That spear is going to put you down. And then I'm going to tag Slim Trimmins in so he can pin you. You see, I want to save all of the beatdown that you're going to get from me for Independence Day. Ladies and gentlemen, my name was Lorraine Carter, the blueprint of this entire business.
Introducing first, accompanied by Gorgeous, and from San Diego, California, weighing in at 245 pounds,
taking on the world with a gun in hand, find my trail where the blood ran, 'cause I'm a bad man, I'm a bad man, taking my time in the killing fields, ripping the cover from the cell seal. Yeah, I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man. Tears like rain in the desert sand. Heart of stone, never gave a damn. 'Cause I'm a bad man. I'm a 2.